Seneca Falls was the first women's rights convention organized by Lucretia Mott and Elizabeth Stanton to discuss the social, civil, and religious condition and rights of women. It took place from July 19 to July 20, 1848. The Declaration of Sentiments began with 19 abuses and usurpations that were destined to destroy a woman's confidence in her own powers, to lessen her respect for herself, and to make her willing to lead a dependent life. An example of such abuse is submission to laws they didn't consent. The convention discussed 11 resolutions on women's rights, such as equal rights within the church and equal access to jobs. All were passed except the 9th, which demanded the right to vote for women. Seneca Falls played a significant role in shaping the beginnings of feminism in the United States and starting the fight for women's suffrage. Many other women's rights conventions took place due to this first convention. Approximately 300 attendees were involved in this convention, and Frederick Douglass was the only African American attendee there.
Hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men and women are created equal.
We're having this meeting here to discuss issues of women's rights. We're here to discuss about our grievances and strategies to fight for our votes. In order for our nation to unite, we must stand as one and for everyone to be equal. All African Americans, women, Hispanics, and other ethnicities and genders all must have equality in order for our nation to unite as one.
I too believe as a man that no matter of your gender, you should be able to be part of our nation and to give your equal opinion.
Upon the final truth of the right and the true, we do this day affix our signature to this declaration.
The 19th Amendment granted women the right to vote and prohibited any United States citizen to be denied the right to vote based on sex. It was ratified on June 4, 1919. It was tied between the states, and it came down to one person, Harry T. Burn, who was a Republican member of the Tennessee General Assembly. His action of voting aye for women's rights led to the ratification of the 19th Amendment, thus giving women the right to vote.
Support women's suffrage! Support women's suffrage!
Votes for women! Votes for women! The 19th Amendment must be passed. No discrimination against women. We will no longer stand in your kitchen and make you a sandwich. We will fight for our rights.
During Johnson's presidency, the Civil Rights Act, passed on July 2nd, 1964, outlawed discrimination based on race, color, origin, sex, etc. It was a culmination of efforts from African Americans, Latinos, women to receive equality for all citizens of the United States. For the next 40 years, the provision served women well. Landmark pay discrimination suits were won, and courts ruled that sexual harassment were also covered by the law.
May have been subjected to this oppression, but I refuse to let the same be done to me.
The Civil Rights Act must be passed. Segregation should end. In order for our nation to unite, we must have equality.
Discrimination! No! Segregation!
No!
Equal rights for all!
Yes, we fight!
Founded by Betty Friedan, who sought to end sex discrimination, the National Organization for Women brainstormed action to enforce Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, a law that prohibits employers from discriminating against employees regarding sex, color, origin. It was founded on June 30th, 1966. The National Organization for Women's efforts have helped put women in political posts, increase educational, employment, and business opportunities for women. and enacted tougher laws against violence, harassment, and discrimination of women. With 500,000 members and 550 chapters throughout the United States, the National Organization for Women is the largest organization of feminist activists in America. The organization's actions helped strengthen the movement of fighting for women's rights and equality. For example, the National Organization of Women petitioned EEOC for public hearings on its advertising guidelines and pressuring the Commission to enforce its prohibition against sex discrimination. The Roe v. Wade case ruled that state regulation of abortion is unconstitutional since it violated a woman's right of privacy. It took place January 22, 1973. The court issued its decision with a 7-2 vote in favor of Roe that a right to privacy extended to a woman's decision to have an abortion under the Due Process Clause of the 19th Amendment. In this case, Roe, a Texas resident, sought to terminate her pregnancy by abortion. Texas law prohibited abortions except to save the pregnant woman's life. In conclusion, the decision gave a woman total autonomy over pregnancy during the first trimester.
The court is now in session. This is the case of Jane Roe versus Henry Wade.
I believe abortion is unconstitutional. What you are doing or trying to do is considered as murder since you're killing your own child. A woman should only have an abortion if their life is at risk. But what you're doing is for your selfish needs, just because you don't want a baby.
Will the plaintiff please give their counter statement?
It is my body, my choice. The Texas law for abortions is unconstitutional because it strips me away from the right to my privacy, which is guaranteed by the 1st, 4th, 5th, and 14th Amendment.
Very well. The court deliberates.
The court has made a decision. There's a vote of 7-2 in favor of Jane Roe, upholding the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment.